Hello, hello, and welcome to day four of 21 days. Woohoo! 17 more to go. And before we start the recording, we were just talking about how amazing this month is already getting to be, and hoping and praying that it's going to get much, much better. Well, we just know because we're putting the work on it, and God is for sure going to bless our work. So today, I'm going to talk about so many very important things. And the first one is I would like to talk to you about of we as leader. We as leaders, we need to believe on our people. That is like the number one thing is a must. You should never think about someone and think this person is not going to do the business. They're not capable, they're too young, or they're too old, or they're too fat, or they just don't pay attention, or they don't know how to do this. You need to believe for them because they already have doubts and fears and everything that could stop them. And you, as their leader, you are the one who needs to believe for them until they start getting that belief on their own. So it's not like I'm yelling at anybody. I don't really know a lot of people. Uh, but that's how I run my business. And the people here that are in my team, they know that I always said, you can do it. I know you can. I believe in you. You will do it. And that is the reason why they are still here, because they know I believe in them, because they know that I know in my heart that they can do it. And I always say this, anytime I get a new distributor, if I enroll the person, or if the person gets on my team because someone put it on my team, I always visualize that person as an ambassador. And I see the person going on a stage and I can feel the emotion, and I think she's gonna do it or he's gonna do it, because I need to transfer that belief to my new team member. And I need to have them feel how much I trust that that's going to happen. So remember how yesterday or the day before yesterday, we were talking about, we never talk negative, like down or to the sides. It only goes up. Well, this is one of the places where you really never want to go negative. And not even going up, because what you say will actually become truthful. So you never said, oh, this person is just going to be here for a month and then she's going to quit. Well, if you don't have faith in that person, if you don't have hope for that person or for their business, well, it's not going to happen, because you are already setting them for failure. So anytime you get someone new, you always have to look at their strengths and believe that they are going to do it, because someone in a worse situation or with less qualifications that person has done it, and all they need is someone to encourage them and to be there for them and to help them, to train them, to tell them how to do this. So remember that everybody is capable, because we are only using 10% of our brain. We're not using all our capacity ever. So 10% is as much as we use. So everybody is capable of doing anything, and everything is possible. So the other thing I wanted to talk about is gratitude. Gratitude, when you don't express gratitude, that is called ungratefulness. Ungratefulness.
Yes.
I'm reading that because I didn't know how to say it in English. I knew gratitude, right? So I look it up and then I'm trying to read it. Ungratefulness. That's what it's called. So I never thought, sometimes we just take it for granted and we don't say thank you, because it feels like, well, she should be doing that. That's her job. That's what she's here for. But think about you as a parent. Or at least I have two kids, and I'm teaching them both to say thank you. But think about as that. If you have a kid that is always, oh, thank you, mommy, thank you, daddy, I love this, and is grateful all the time, then when you go to the store and see that toy that they had been asking you for, you're like, oh, I want to see that face. I want to hear that little person say thank you to me, And it's the same. So when you are thankful and when you express that, people around you is gonna, things are gonna start changing. And we have seen that with the powerful hour, right? Once we start thanking God or the universe or the energy, I don't know how the other stuff works, but when you start thanking that entity or whatever it is that some people do, I'm trying to be respectful, but I don't know what it is, so I'm just trying to say, whatever it is that you are being thankful to, that energy comes back, and that becomes a blessing. And from my Christian point of view, it says that you will get it back 100 times. It will multiply by 100 times. So it is worth it to be grateful. And there is no arrogant that is grateful. So if you're not being grateful, that means you're not being humble either. And you're being an arrogant. Is that how you say it? Arrogant? You guys know what I'm saying? Okay, good. Want to make sure. So I think that is a good thing to work on. Sometimes, try to pay a little bit more attention on, and I'm not just saying that on the group, like here with your leader, but with your team. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for helping this other person. Remember that we always try to work as a team. And if someone is in another place and you get a new team member and they help that person without, saying anything, they just did, well, that's probably a good time to say thank you and being thankful for doing that. Even though our company works like that, and do it in everything you do. Like at your job, be thankful to people, and they're gonna start seeing a change of attitude. Well, I don't think you guys need a change of attitude. I'm sure that you guys are all very nice people because I know you guys. But what I meant is for other people that are not here watching the video, that are going to watch the video, so maybe some people don't have that nice attitude, and we have to talk about that, and we have to address that, because that creates a good atmosphere in the team and creates unity. And so if people feel appreciated in a team, they will work happier and they will get better results, because nobody wants a grumpy distributor. Nobody wants someone that is always complaining, right? So if we are thankful for them for being here, and if they are thankful, if we are all thankful, then we are all happy, right? Okay, I know Tegan said that she already read something about number 4, about the frog. Number 4, frog. So it says, consider the consequences. So think through the consequences gives you an idea if an activity is important and is a way to determine the significance of a task. The mark of a superior thinker is his or her ability to accurately predict the consequences of doing or not doing anything. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a list, and I'm going to show you the one that I did. Mine is in Spanish. So we're gonna do a list of remember that we have talked about this. There are some things that we don't like about our business. Like I hated it. I hated to do events. I hated to go and blitz, like do a cold contact. That was like the worst part of the day. Like that will be a huge frog I will eat. That was like the worst part. And I will always like look at the frog and look at the frog and wait until like 10 minutes before I have to tell people that I did the homework to run to the store and find the people. because I just don't like doing it. That was me on day one. That was me. I waited until 6 p.m. and then the Zoom was at 8:30. So I waited until 6 p.m. to go to Walmart and find 5 people. That was me, because that frog, it was the hardest one to swallow. Yeah, that was the worst. So that you're gonna do, let me show you. So it's gonna have different columns. So you're gonna do the activity. Then you're gonna do if you like it or not. And then the next column is going to be what will the consequences be if you do it? And what will the consequences be if you don't do it? I feel like I never thought of it, but if I don't bliss, then my business is going to come to an end. Because then I won't have anybody to talk to because I'm not meeting new people. And once I have it in writing, I was like, oh. Oh, it was like a aha moment for me. So it's nice that we get to do these things. I'm sorry. Hi, baby. So that is what we're going to do. So remember to be honest and do your task, because the only one that loses when you don't do the task is your family, is you. And it's really sad, because remember how you feel when someone promised you something and they don't do it? Mm-hmm. Well, that's kind of like how your kids feel when you promise that you're going to go diamond, you don't go diamond. And you don't put the effort into doing it. So we are going to work very hard. So we're going to go work on being honest and being and doing what we said that we're going to do. So today I'm going to talk about something else called creating your context, creating your surroundings, your environment. So when you go and see someone else, some person, and you're going to present the business, that person, before you even open your mouth, she or he feels you. They can feel if you are mad, if you are happy, if you feel successful, if you are feeling as a failure, if you like want to quit the business and you're just there because you are trying your last, this is like the last time you're going to try. You know, people can sense everything. It's like you have this energy that comes in front of you that people can feel. And so what we are going to do is we're going to do something almost like the affirmations. Remember the affirmations when we said, I am capable, I'm a diamond, I'm a great mom, I'm a great leader, all these things. So what we are going to do now, we're going to use the like to create our surroundings. We're going to say things like, I am a space of love. I am a space of growth. The people that comes to my space are successful. The people that come to my space are great, feel comfortable. I am a space of, I don't know, whatever you want to say. Like, I like to say, in my space, miracles happen. In my space, everything is possible. So you'll find the ones that are for you, and you're going to add that to your affirmations. And it's really nice to start feeling that, to start creating that around you. And when I started doing it, it was like I started saying, in my space, my family is happy, my kids feel love, everyone around me feels love and accepted. And so when they started fighting, or when we started fighting, I will take a deep breath and say, in my space, everything is calm. My husband will look at me like I was crazy. And but it did work. Like I will not let it get to me. It was like I was doing it so consciously that I was actually expressing it in front of them, and they look at me like, okay, so she's not gonna let us get to her. And so our whole days were changing because I was doing that, and it was just nice. And now I don't do it, like I don't express it, but I think it. And my husband is like, why don't you do that anymore? Like, what? Like when you were saying, like in my space and all that, he said, it always make me laugh, and it like kind of like changed the mood of things. And I was like, oh, well, he likes it. So try it. I mean, like, you don't have to say it out loud like I was doing it, but try it. It really does work. And do it before you go or before you're going to make phone calls. Like, okay, so before you do phone calls or before you send messages, you can say things like, in my space, people is looking to be healthier. In my space, people that comes to me get healthier and they're successful, and people, or I am a space of grow where people feel welcome, and just do it. Think about things that will help you before you do the phone calls or anything else. People feel like in my space, people feel comfortable. In my space, people feel loved, accepted, and then people is gonna feel that. Like in my space, people trust me, or like people that come to my space feel that I'm trustworthy, and then you will start getting more acceptance because you are saying it out loud. Remember that what you say with your mouth will actually one day become truth. And so we are putting the work. We are working on the being and the doing, and we are growing up. Like, I'm sure that you guys have realized that in these 3 days, you have done so much that you look back. Like, I started like day 1 or 2, I was like, I wasn't working. How was I saying that I was working? I wasn't working. I mean, like, this is work. This is really hard. And I'm going to see results because I have never worked as hard as I have been working now. And it was really nice to realize that I wasn't being a failure. I just didn't know how to work my business. And it's good to get a structure. So after we finish this, these 21 days, there is another 21 days for leadership that we can do together too. So that will be very nice. So that is number 2, right? What was number 1? Oh, the list of the things that we do and it works. You like, you don't like, and what are the consequences if you do it, and what are the consequences if you don't do it. And then to write your context, in my space, miracles happen. In my space, everything is possible. And then remember those 3 people that you talked to and presented the business to them? You're going to follow up with them, and you're going to enroll 1 person. Okay? So just as a reminder, try to do the things the way that they're designed to do. Try not to change them too much. Push yourself to do things. Try to be, always try to be excellent. Like if I told you enroll 1 person, well, enroll 2 just to show me. And so always try to go the extra mile. And then anytime you do something, your self-esteem is going to go up. Like even if it's a small thing, even if today you read the book and you message one, okay, so let's see. Christine, May, you guys call people, right? And you had some people scheduled to meet with you. How do you feel?
I feel great. Basically is that one is a LC, and she actually, I've been trying to get hold of her to a SIP sample and social at my house for 2 weeks. She hasn't been able to come, and I knew her reorder for her auto shipment was coming up, and she had wanted to add new products. But she said, my husband took my credit card away, and I knew I had to take care of this. And so I kept after her, and it was after midnight. I was up past 1 o'clock waiting for her. And she put an order in and did not edit her auto shipment. So I put in a support ticket to correct 2 support tickets. And this morning, the support tickets were still open. And I had gave her a screenshot of all these support tickets. And she said, May, thank you so much that you followed up to make sure that I wouldn't be charged too much, because you knew that I was on a limited budget. Because I even offered her the opportunity. I said, would an extra $500 help? And she was being truthful. I don't want that pressure and that time. But she was interested in new products. And so we took care of all of that. And then I said, you know what? I just anxious to meet you. Why don't we get together in the morning this day? She said, I'm not a morning person. She said, and then we found a day while her son was at school. And I said, what about your girlfriend? And she said, she's right here. And we've been Facebook friends, both of us, and we never met. And so she's going to join us. So I'm excited because that's a new potential LC. Yay! And then the other one was a LC that I met at a church event. And she got the wraps. She hasn't gotten anything for the past year. But I didn't want to talk to her about pushing a product. I wanted to see, what are you up to first? It's all about relationships. You want the person to have an open spirit, that you're not pushing and selling. And so we shared those common things. And then at the I said, oh, I noticed I didn't send you the information about this keto coffee. First of all, I said, do you drink coffee? And I sent it, and she said, I'll think about it. And I said, Olga, we've been wanting to get together. Why don't we get together? And so I got an appointment first thing in the morning Tuesday. So I got 3 people on Tuesday. So I'm trying to fill up my slots on Monday. And there's more of that. So it's a gradual thing. It's just like it will snowball. I know that. Mm-hmm. So I'm excited.
Can you imagine if we have worked like this since we started our business? I have asked myself, why didn't I work like this since I started my business? But it's everything is a time thing, and this is the right time, and this is the right moment. So, Christine, how do you feel about what's happening right now?
It feels really good. For me, the people that I ended up scheduling for appointments it's actually something that continually is on my to-do list, is to follow up with people who have either who have liked some of my posts, have maybe mentioned something to me like at work or wherever else I am, and sometimes when the time gets short, I haven't gone back to those posts to see who liked them and then get in contact with them. So those were the people that I targeted today. And so it felt really good to kind of check that off my list, and I'm hoping to do even more. So just really getting something off of my to-do really felt great, and the potential that they could be new customers and possibly even new distributors is even beyond that. So
yep. So when you do those little things, those tasks, your self-esteem and the way you feel about yourself in the business, it goes up. And then you get more confidence. That's the word I was looking for. Then you get confident, and then people feel like you're confident, and then they're going to feel more comfortable with you, and they're more likely to join your business or to be loyal customers. So, but when you don't do it, then that empowerment, how we said, I feel empowered. Well, it goes down. It goes the other way. And you start losing confidence, and then people start feeling you, and then things go back instead of forward. So hopefully today we start working with gratitude, and then getting the task done, or homework, whatever you guys want to call it, getting it done, and we will get more confident. And then by day 21, our business is just going to keep rolling. I'm telling you by experience, it really, sometimes it doesn't happen like you schedule and things happen, and will happen like I got those appointments last month, but they said, no, I will enroll on the 4th, on the 3rd. Okay, well, it was true. I follow up and they did enroll. So you will see the results from these 21 days, because I'm seeing it, and it just keeps piling up. Charity? Miss Charity?
Yes,
I don't know, you turned off the
yeah, I've already forgot. I'm good
I
about
thought you
that.
were gonna say something.
Oh, yes. I had a question. The one I've kind of told you about, my Spanish teacher, she said she probably wouldn't have time to talk to on Monday, but she asked if I could email her something. Didn't know if you would suggest, or what you would suggest emailing her, and then go ahead and follow back up with her on Monday.
Why don't you ask her for a different day when we can get her on the phone, or we can get her on a video call?
Yeah, well, she said it could be Monday, but she asked if I could go ahead and send her some
before that,
information. Yes.
you can send her the video from Cami, the new party pad. That's what I send people.
Okay.
Okay? Oh,
From Cami Dempsey.
Cami Dempsey. Mm-hmm.
Actually, can I ask you guys, just for, I guess, in light of our homework in terms of following up with the potential distributors, could you guys give some advice on like kind of specific points to stick to? Because I think that this is definitely a place of my weakness in terms of knowing exactly what to say, how much, not to overwhelm them too much. And this is definitely where my confidence lacks. So if you have any advice, I would love to hear it.
I personally, everyone is a possible distributor. I don't like select them. I know some of them look better than others, but some people like really need this business, like, and they don't show it. So anytime I show Party Pad, I talk about the business, and I ask. And I'm learning to do this new Party Pad, but I always say, will you be interested in making money or saving money? That's just my question. I don't overwhelm anyone. I think people is already pretty much set. You won't change their mind, but you can give them your vision. Like you can say, like I always tell them, I enroll in November. By the end of December, I have already made $600. I make 6 times what I have put into the business. And my life changed completely. So if that doesn't make them change their mind, they are not gonna work. If they enroll, they're not gonna work. So you don't really want a distributor that is not gonna work, so you better have a nice, loyal customer. And so I always do that question. And one question that I learned recently is like you give the whole thing, you show them the Party Pad just the way it is, because there is a reason why it's designed like that. I don't know the reason because I'm not a marketer, but I just follow directions. And that is one of the things that as leaders, we need to learn to do. We need to also know how to follow directions, because you can't teach someone to get somewhere if you don't learn how first. And you can't learn a way if you don't follow the directions. So you just follow the directions and tell them, this is how much people make a month, depending on their level or what they did the month before. And then I always say, after hearing what you just hear, would you like to be a distributor and make money, or a loyal customer and save money? And that's it. If you overthink it, remember, we just talked about that. They are going to feel it. They're going to feel the way you feel. And if you keep thinking that that's one of your weaknesses, they are going to feel it. So before you go, you said, I am an enrolling machine. People are happy in my team. People beg me to be on my team. I don't know if you should say that, but something like that to make you feel confident. And people is going to start seeing you differently because you are going to feel different.
Okay, I don't know if that exactly covered what you, like, my main thing is, like, I've made some posts about, I guess the latest one was who would be interested in making, unlimited $100 bonuses or whatever. And then, or the one, if you're interested in making some extra money, drop an emoji down below that Carolyn did. And I had like numerous, I think there was like 13 to 15 people that commented on it. So I've, kind of went off with their, trying to set up the time. And okay, so, and like you say, it's a numbers game. So I think like 2 people actually messaged me back. Sorry, my phone's going off too. And it's just hard. Like, I don't know how to follow up, like what to say, not what to say. I feel like I say too much, or it's not enough, or I think it's always a second guessing thing, because it's like I'm not a strong enroller. I haven't found my niche yet.
You first need to stop saying that.
Yeah.
You first need to stop saying that. Yeah. Because it's all right here. Mm-hmm. If you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, you can't. So you are very capable of enrolling people because you have. Don't overthink it. Just relax. Just relax. It's a fun thing to do. It's a business, and think about Target. How many people goes to Target? Do they all buy something? No. Does Target get depressed because all the people that didn't buy from them? No. They're focused on the ones that bought, and they are focusing their commercials and the people that say yes. And that's what we do. We give the opportunity, and we pray over that, and we accept it. Because people who wants to do it will do it. And they're just waiting for you to ask. Like, for those 13 people, if only 2 people answer, I will keep following up, like every 2 days, every 2 weeks, every 2 months. And just said, hey, you were interested in making money, guess, and now is a great time to do, because we got the points. And we can say, you can make up to 800 points this month. If you think about it, that's what they can do. Remember how we did it last month? You get 200 for doing a step to success, then you get an extra 300 because they did, they get their 5 people, so that's 500 plus your fast-start bonuses, that's another 300, so that's $800 just for doing a steps to success. So you can say, would you like to make $800? I can teach you how. We have a promotion that is going on, and that's all you're going to tell them. You're going to show them the promotion. I feel like you guys are getting too into I haven't been able to do. We need to stop creating that environment, creating that surrounding, creating that good vibe around you. I just to say this, I used to feel the same way. It was really hard for me too. And especially with my English-speaking people, you have no idea how many people I neglected, because I was so afraid that they will not understand me. When I got Charity, I decided that I was going to do my best. Then I realized, Charity and Kayla, I realized that they were just thankful that I was present and that I was there for them. And that they sometimes didn't get what I was saying, but they knew it was something nice. And they were grateful. And
sometimes I'm like, I don't got it, but
she meant something well. She means she did.
Yeah. Sometimes I'd have to ask her again. I'd be like,
But that just, it doesn't make my English better. But I know, and they know that it comes from love and that I'm present. So just like that, bring it from the heart. You're offering something good. You're giving them an opportunity to change their life. And if you don't feel like you have changed your life yet with It Works, because maybe that's the problem. You feel like, I have not been successful. How am I going to tell them they are going to be successful? Well, take somebody else's example. Think about Joel and Stephanie Dunn. They have no money. They have to sell their furniture to get into It Works. They were so broke. They were probably the brokest people from all, all of us. They were broker than us. They have debt. They were picking and choosing which bill they were going to pay. They didn't have money. They were about to lose their home. And now, look at all the stuff they have. They changed their life around. And if that happens for them, it will happen for us too. It's just about time. It's just a number thing. We just have to share it with more people, and we have to believe that we're able to do it. Because guess what? This is not an accident. You are not here because of an accident. You are here for a purpose. And we are going to finish these 21 days, and we are going to be very successful. And our teams are going to grow, and I'm going to go as a triple diamond, but you guys are going to go like diamonds in February, because we are all going to make it, because we are all going to go diamond. Okay?
Can you go over that $800 breakdown again? I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything.
Okay, so you get 1 point for each loyal customer, right?
Right.
When you get 4 loyal customers, you get 4 points.
Right.
Then you get 2 points for each distributor. So then you get 3 distributors. That's the steps to success. 4 loyal customers and 3 distributors. So then that is 6 points. So just from finishing your steps to success, you make $200.
Mm-hmm.
So now you focus on the new distributors and you teach them how to get their 4 loyal customers. So each new distributor that gets 4 loyal customers gives you 5 points. And you have 3. So you have another $300. Plus $200 that you already have, that is $500. Okay? Plus, anytime any new distributor gets 2 loyal customers, you get what is called Fast Start bonus. That is different from the point system. So you get an extra $300. That's how you make 100. And that is what we are going to go for this month. We are all going to make $800 this month. That's what we're going for. We're going to get all those points. We're going to get our distributors, our 4 loyal customers, and we're going to get as many as we can. And we are going to make not 800, maybe 1,000, because we're going to pay Christmas with cash. And
then we'll see everybody on the cruise.
I never thought of the cruise, to tell you the truth. So that is how this is going to work. And that is why I decided that we were going to do these 21 days, because I know you're going to see results. Okay? Yes. Okay. I hope I can't, there is so many words that you can send people, but I feel like if people is feeling your fear, if people is feeling that you're not confident, you can actually send them the best message and they will not join. So just make sure you are being confident and you're talking to people, just like erase everything. Okay, Charity, do like this. Everything is erased from your mind right now. Start over.
Sorry, I got somebody that asked me to send them some information, and then she hollered back after me.
See that? See that? We are creating a new environment. We are creating.
I can't can't hear them when you're yelling.
We will see you guys. Yes.
You want real money? Go talk to your dad.
You want real money too.
I have a question.
Yes.
I got a new Facebook person today, and this is how it went. She asked, have you taken my class? And I said, no, I'm having surgery, so I couldn't do it. But you and I are both in health and wellness. And she said, what do you do? And I said, well, I'm in health and wellness. I didn't want to tell her my company. I want her to ask me in so many words. And I said, we have all walks of life, and we focus on making people healthier. And this could complement your business. And she said, could you send me some information? What would you send? Because I feel like there's an email that my stepdaughter was a triple diamond, and I had used her email. But when they look at it, sometimes it scares them away because of the ADBVs. You know what I mean? So what do you send if people ask to send it? She lives in Chicago, so she's brand new, and she wants me to send it. But I said, I would love to chat with you. And I have 2 people I could do FaceTime with right now. So
what kind of health and wellness is she on? What kind of business does she have?
does Zumba. And I said, besides Zumba, do you have a full-time job? She said, no. And this is my full-time job, and I have events. And I looked at her video of the events, and so many of the people in there are overweight. And it just clicked in my mind. She could supplement her Zumba with health and wellness. And so let me pull her up.
Why don't we talk about that? Let me finish the recording, and then we keep chatting. So thank you everyone for being here, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.